Bit of a mistiming that he can take advantage of, but most of the action, the meat and potatoes will be moving towards mid. That's one player down to the Glock. Iceman already starting things off nicely.
Ooh, Iceman,
like
double
that.
that up. Very nicely done.
cool.
Rene didn't quite know that Smiley was in that position, but he still wins the trade either way. But here's White's time to shine. jicVeshura, quick position, needs to chuck them down, but the bomb coming down and Sound falling. It's all down to him. Let's out, maybe the final alternative angle, but it gets greeted by Sora's bullets, and it's 100 ping gods to solidify.
But I want to see the kind of play that allStars go for. It's a bit surprising that they... Oh? White?
Okay.
Stars, they doubled up on short. With a flashbang, they'll peek. Ow, that's the only head being spotted, but that should be good enough. Sound making quick work of Iceman, and now jicVeshura will have to deal with 3 as he turns around the corner.
Well, it doesn't need to face 3. SXC was the only man that was necessary in that position. 100 ping gods, they go for the rifles, but it seems allStars have got things covered. Sound to be finding contact. SXC ends up falling, but it's a quick trade, and Sora. 100 ping gods. I'm guessing they're going to want to go for a full spy here, but it's not going to be.
Takes a bit of damage in his attempts to make quick work with the scout rifle. He's playing really well with the pistols now, isn't he? And with White solo on HP, it's going to be very tough for them to try to hold things off. Yes, that is jicVeshura already on the A bomb site. With only pistols, they might have just turned things around, but they still have rifles to deal with. Sound for 1. jicVeshura adds 1 more to the tally.
Position covered, you know. Turns his attention towards A-Long because he didn't really have any reinforcements, and, you know, that's how the cookie crumbled. Simply enough, 100 ping gods
managing to salvage the money to be able to buy one up.
Ooh.
Okay. They recognize their disadvantages, and they immediately try to get the advantage. Sound gets 1. Ren takes advantage of the boost to get a second one as well. White.
But they're waiting for Smiley to come in from short, and there he has his first shot in. They push, he continues, Smiley does damage, but it's the molly to close off Rennie. They go for a push, was White is there to deliver, shots the push in its tracks.
The AK is being brought up, so this is a full-fledged investment from either side, and White will not be able to capitalize on his end of the deal. Sorrow is able to add 1 to the tally. Ren, though, or Rene, how do you pronounce that? You missed the memo.
I missed the memo. I did, you know, but... You know, I always mess the names wrong, right? But now at least I have an excuse, but quickly shut down as the equation's going their way, really. Nothing really set in stone. But now the affairs
tries to regress around the corner. And now we can eventually get some reinforcements. FNK will be rotating over. SXC nearly caught with his pants down, but now he switched over to the weapon. White, as he picks up, that's exactly what they'll do. But the Molotov, it might have just botched the smoke, and FNK, he's going to have a big task ahead of himself. The flashbang doesn't work too well, but FNK's AK will. Sorrow, last man standing, 1 on 2.
Not for long, though. FNK deals with him nicely.
Making it past the Molotov, narrowly avoiding it. But Sound knows exactly where he is. All he needs to see is a sleeve, and that is good enough. Winter. His position might prove to be pivotal as he lands a nice headshot onto Sound. That 1D.
When it comes to it, it's going to be a really difficult position. Winter holding it out. White first to chime in. 2 left on the 100 ping gods. This is their chance. But SXC closing up the gap. They're going to touch the bomb. Coming out from the Sajo. Sora gets shut down. But Winter is solo. His chances are slim.
Players. All-Stars. Now, this is where they can get at least a bit comfortable. Because Rene, he's got an $8,000. I mean... Speak of the devil, right? Because he's already been taken off of the server.
Oh, dear. But
Sound is there to capitalize. Good flashbang, a smoke.
May be able to stop him in his tracks, but White is the man to chime in with another kill towards mid. Oh, and that 100 ping gods being dwindled down. Sorrow puts another dent into his opposing lineup. But White, how quick can he be? Oh, he's in the molly and has to fall due to that reason. And that is just a matter if he finds the right read.
Yeah, they had to make a choice. Do they double down on the same angle? And that's exactly what they've done. Now, Smiley's anticipating the second player to be towards shore, but he knows in the nick of time. Oh, he almost had the angle as well, Pavlos. Have the same impact with the AWP. White being an incredible opposing offer that they have to deal with. A 1-for-1 trade. A player behind the dumpster is being anticipated. Oh, that is tough.
Probably no. Smoke, spray. Oh, he's low. Sorrow. He nearly ran away. But there was a gap between the smoke, and he wasn't given the opportunity. Sound as well. In the arsenal of 100 ping gods. Smiley lines it up, falls back to safety, and he's got Iceman for reinforcements. Misses out on the second swing. SXC holds, man.
He's got a chance.
Does. Spray down, and down Rene goes. Aggressors, headshot. That's what you like to see from 100 PG. Making them jump out of their seats. One left onto B. He's got multiple directions he needs to look at, but he can't multitask like that. He doesn't have more than one pair of eyes. The bomb goes down, but FNK finds a freebie. Maybe to follow it up, but Iceman's got it covered. Pre-fire from FNK. Not good enough. Iceman eventually falls down to one. SXC telegraphs one position, but he aggresses forwards, picks up an M4. More bullets to shoot from. Flash out.
Oh, now he knows.
Aggression. Ooh, finds damage onto both, but no
Refill
kill.
bonus. So do go ahead and check them out. 100 PG, now they're on a bit of an uptrend. Duke Fishura starts things off incredibly nicely. White, lots of responsibility on his shoulders, as he will have to hold the line on long, but
No way.
right now...
Right? Fades, they peek, he's close, spots him out, one kill. Does he fall back to safety or does he go for more? He runs away with two and nearly a third. He salvages around his mid-side, knows there's one towards the B site, finds an easy headshot, and it's all down to Sorrow against two. allStars, they've got some time to rotate, but how does Sorrow approach this?
Isolates a duel. Oh, I'm not sure why he didn't directly look into tunnels there. I think 100 PG do still have a chance to turn things around, though. I mean, 6 rounds, nothing to shy away from. Duke Fishura gets a bit sloppy with his movement, and that's actually going to cost them 2 players instead. The CTs as well. Now, Sound boosted on top of the box. They're so close. They're playing in close proximity, but FNK is the first man that gets caught out. Sound, though, he can do a lot more. He's making a mess, but he only gets away with 2. Iceman now, at least in a South. Oh, Sound cute.
Does he anticipate the other? The drop has been heard.
Ooh!
Oh, quick shot by White. What a flick. And White there to stop him. But it doesn't seem that will be happening anytime soon. Sorrow finds it, but the rest of allStars are moving into Catwalk. And there's 2 players to deal with them. FNK first to lead the charge, looking for that shot. Flash out for the CT side. Get some extra pushes in. As the rotations come in, get your eyes onto Sorrow because he's on the backline challenging, but it doesn't even matter. All of allStars are shutting them down one by one. And all of a sudden, it's Winter left all by himself against 4.
What could he even possibly do in that instance? He was way too far away from the action.
100 ping gods beat Double Pony on yesterday. Were Deagle rounds, like 2 of them.
Okay.
Imagine if we see that again.
Yeah, I mean, you might have not spoken too soon because we've already seen a Deagle kill come out. 1 more remaining on the site. Can this Horseman have anything to show for this? Nice little shot with a Deagle. Man, I feel like your prophecy is about to come through, especially with Duke Fishura being there. But hold that thought because FNK doable, but safe for that shot. Flashbang rolls out. Sound looks at it completely ice cold. Oh no, was that a disconnect? Now FNK, he's got so much to do here. He needs to isolate both of these duels. allStar, you're on the cusp of winning this out.
No way.
Duel isolated, just 1 man remaining. Winter, could you actually get it done?
Ooh.
Not a chance because FNK is on the other end.
Sound.
Very important duels.
Shot from Smiley. And Duke Fishura chimes in for 1 as well. A is covered. Is left behind. SXE. He lingers a little bit long, and FNK has to fall due to that time. And now they're 5 left for 100 Pigos. They're happy to go for the retake.
It shouldn't be too hard of a retake, but if SXC can actually manage to get the player in CT, it becomes doable, but not at the expense of the other player on the B-bomb site. And with an additional smoke being deployed, now they have to pursue and take unfavorable duels. Winter, he's in a great spot to completely mow them down. 2 for the price of 1, and Iceman will add to the tally in kind.
Baiting reasons, but, you know, there was no really distraction towards the A site. 100 Pigos.
But it's just a matter of taking it round by round, and Smiley will do just that. Initial shot connected. A very destructive angle here.
Oh dear, this is very unorthodox. So they check it. Rene actually does, and that's going to be the B site open. Now Winter scrambling onto the site through doors, makes his way towards car. Spray down misses. Flash is distracting. Smoke to cover their tracks. Fishura, is he going to go in for it already? Hold by Rene. No, not permitted. Not today. allStars game.
Pushed past. I'm not sure if he has. Yeah, okay. He's not going to get quite pushed past that $10,000 mark, but He is in 20 seconds on the clock, so actually holding on to these bomb site is going to be a task and a half. Duke Fishura knows that the first player is coming out. Doesn't matter though. Smiley.
The distraction technique, because allStars Gaming has started to move in, and 100 Pink Gods haven't budged. 1-for-1 trade, but Sound finds where Winter hides, and now it's up to Sora to stop the onslaught before his teammates allow them to push on through. Smiley making his presence towards window. Duke Fishura, this is where he comes in. Push from behind, finds one. It's the Mollies that comes down for the shutdown onto White. Able to win out, but no information given. And that gives time for Iceman to move back. Smiley delivers. 100 Pink Gods drop back. Sorrow there to reinforce. And he's the man to shut the push down. allStars Gaming, they attempt.
That's suddenly a matter of concern. But this round, though, that is a landslide victory for 100 PG. No way they can really do anything about it. FNK, though, he's got something else to say. Winter is going to take away the economy crumbling because allStars aren't going to have too much money on their hands. FNK now. Oh, Smiley's not watching this, so if he goes just a little bit wide.
1-for-1 might have worked out, and that was the position that was covering this angle. Smiley now has to deal with the onslaught all by himself. Duke Fishura, he's distracted towards A-Long. It's all down to Smiley, but Rene's too quick with a deagle. Oh, imagine if they turn it down like this. Imagine if it's the deagle that put allStars Gaming onto map point. Duke Fishura! Whoa, what about that? And White, SXC, with just mere pistols. Does Winter find it? White, how do you reposition? Oh no! He switches his weapon in the wrong timing.
I like how they managed to push back 100 PG on all ends of the map, except long, which is something that they had initial control of. And that's exactly the point of contact.
Somewhere SXC is able to succeed before. Smiley, oh, didn't expect it to be that short of a swing, and White is quicker to the trigger. The B-side is in trouble. Multiple angles from where they can get approach from. Duke Fishura somehow makes it feasible though. Oh dear, they shut down the mid player, and Winter hides behind that corner. How did he hold this trigger for so long? SXC already made his way onto the site, but Duke Fishura to push here. I think that's a big question. He goes for it. Molly gives space, Sound. Oh, and then as well, all that happens, mid is a complete slaughterhouse. Sound will push, not checking that close right corner. It's the equalizer of 100 PG.
Let's see if 100 PG can deal with this. Smiley doesn't get any info early on. FNK wants to push right in. The anti-flash doesn't work out. Winter and Smiley, though, they bring things back to a more digestible
standpoint. But there's two rifles recovered now for Rene and White. This is more feasible. Duke Fishura not checking, but he still comes out on top. That was a grand opportunity for White to recover. Sound, can he finish what his teammate started? 2 shots, there you have it. Does he go to get the rifle though? allStars. They waited for the equalizer to bring themselves to map point. 15-14. Does he check his back though? Smoke is dropped below. And he's the one to hold it as they do push onto the B site. Iceman doesn't even get his life traded. He even wins out on that occasion. Smiley also chimes in. That is perfect from 100 PG. Not dropping a single play in the process either. All down to Rene holding out the reload. And it's going to be to approach the doors. And Duke Fishura just in time is there to stop them. Pull it right out. White retrieves. Never stopped holding that angle. White peeks out on ramp. They push. He delivers onto Sorrow. But Winter sprays them down. The bomb hasn't been planted. The round is over. And 100 Pink Gods collect it.
Okay, we would have won this game out if we just closed Dust 2. But Smiley wants to close out Rene. Doesn't quite land the second shot, but it doesn't matter because Duke Fishura is there in time. 100 PG, they are cruising past this overtime like no tomorrow. But Sound, he wants to have something to say about it. Knows that there's a second player at the ready. Opts for the more passive approach. Sorrow, quick 2 kills. Maybe make that a third. All the other players are on a bit of a come up. It really hasn't come together. Maybe this is the round where things can start to turn around. Duke Fishura was in hot pursuit of White, but before he gets there, he doesn't have to worry about that angle. He checks it regardless. Slopey all the way, but Rene makes quick work of him. On the other side of the map, though, Winter, he's cooking up a storm as well.
I mean, hasn't spotted him either. Oh, he knows.
Oh, there's the info.
Oh, dear. Oh, that hurts. That is painful. And 100 ping gods will take that, won't they? 40 seconds, Rene. Makes a lot of noise. Oh, Duke for sure. He gives it to him in the silver platter. Okay, this is feasible. Sorrow, yeah, he doesn't know where he is, does he? He's going to peek it blindly. Easy shot. Sorrow takes his time to line it up as well. 100 ping gods, flawless. Duke for sure.
Oh, no.
Oh, that is ugly. allStars Gaming, they show composure on the CT side, shutting down 100 ping gods attempts, but right now, 100 ping gods have caught them napping. B site taken over. All four from allStars from one angle, not checking their backline. Winter whiffs. What is this? What is this game for us?
100 PG were supposed to get it easy.
But it's not over. They push. Smiley stands strong, but allStars have got the time. Just want to make sure they don't make any mistakes. White. But they continue.
Ooh.
Sorrow. Okay, I like that.
Heading on to the A site now. SXC narrowly finds an angle, but he can't quite make it work. Still, one defender on the A bomb site, and another will join soon. 4-on-2. Can FNK and Rene get things done? First kill in the bag. FNK gets another, not quite letting them cross, but this is where it becomes doable. 100 PG. Will they be dropping the ball a second time? It seems so.
Rene!
What is that from Rene? He
There's
can see the head, but he hasn't noticed it. He hasn't noticed it. Oh no, that
is massive. Oh my dear God. 100 ping gods, what do you do here? How do you find kills? You will not. That is the answer, Rene. And why just stop you in your tracks? And it's double OT.
Just things coming down to individual duels so often.
Oh.
And like, even in that instance, SXC shouldn't have been caught out with his pants down like that.
Especially considering...
First flashbang to roll out. Oh, through the flames. White is not having any of it. Smiley has one to the tally, but suddenly 100 PG. He seemed to have turned things around.
There's only one player towards that direction. If it's a rush from 100 PG, they could push. There's no one in it. It's inhabited. Uninhabited, if you will. The closest play in the proximity is Sound. And Duke for sure still reigns supreme in mid. Shut down one by one. This should be 100 ping gods' win unless they fluke again, but I don't think that will be happening anytime soon. Rene in the smoke, maybe to catch the Kishore out. That's exactly what he does. Turns his attention towards mid. Also gets shut down himself. Sound. He's stuck between a rock and a hard place.
And allows them to chain 3 rounds together. It's very tricky to, well, it's very unlikely for us to expect allStars to be able to do the same feat on the terrorist side. Rene, though, he'll eventually be caught by Iceman with all players close.
Pressure onto 100 ping gods, but they've got the numbers, and it's getting increasingly more difficult for the allStars Gaming. One by one, they get shut down. 100 ping gods again on...
Let's see if 100 PG are willing to close this out early. Duke for sure, he almost had a say in the matter, but Sound will not be having any of it. Early flashbang and Molotov. Now they have control of short and mid. SXC. Is this going to be the reverse sweep once again?
Ooh. Can he see him? He can.
Ooh. That's some recovery at least.
Puts them back on the radar for sure.
This should be it. Now that he's got on the shoulder of FNK. It's even Steven with some spare change from Rene's HP. SXC has to back off courtesy of the Molotov. 55 seconds remaining. No peeking without utility, and that's exactly what ends up working out for them. Iceman now, he can isolate either player. Doesn't have to deal with too much HP on Rene, but Sara will eventually be taking them down. SXC 1v1 on mid. Sara will be taken out of the equation, and now that SXC walks into the crosshairs, Smiley, that's going to be a GGWP, but that was only the first map.
But as it fades out, allStars Gaming have more work to do. Rene holds his ground, not giving Duke for sure any space. Also challenged by a second one, but SXC to support him this time around. Winter, he's got a backstab ring behind him, and he's got 2 different directions he needs to look at. 180-degree turn, eventually being shot down by Short, really taking a long time to be killed out, but allStars Gaming should be able to collect it without any issues.
It's a bit surprising that they are playing in such close proximity. Tries to take advantage of the trail coming out of the AKs. Sneaks all the way past. Doesn't quite get past the AK of SXC, but at least he's got
to retrieve AWP at play. So if Winter peeks here, more likely than not, he's a dead man. That's exactly what happens. Good read from allStars. Expecting. Should be fairly simple positions to hold off. Duke for sure takes out SXC, a good position to take over. Sound, though, has the information available to take down both of them. And it's all down to Smiley, but is on the wrong side of the map.
For it incredibly well at the moment. If they can take out Smiley, oh, this is actually suddenly doable. Just because he's on the other side of the map doesn't mean he needs to shy away from the potential of a clutch.
Is there a kit
now,
though?
The information is confirmed.
Touched. Sound. Peaks. Shut down by Smiley, but not given to him. Feel the water. Test it out. Make sure they get comfortable on Mirage. Mistake from White. Sorrow delivers onto Sound, getting greedy. Sorrow with 2 1Ds. Well, they don't need a buy round to get a successful round in, because they've just crushed them. Rene's all by himself. Duke for sure holding that angle, spotted out as well. It's a flawless one. Only taking Smiley challenge towards short. He's got 2 players for reinforcement. They shut down FNK, which is good note. Winter, do they check this angle? They don't! Spray down should be simple. Forced down as well. Makes it harder. Draws out the deagle. Triples it up. Winter.
They'll do it as well. I mean, when they won out the previous round, I think they had almost at least 8 to 7. Preferably anything above 9 to 6. But look at that. allStars got on their first.
FNK now into ladder room. Not really giving an audio cue, but now he has. Duke for sure. A ping swings out, and there you have it. Success. 4-on-4 Sound close by. Mac 10. Smoke to deteriorate, but he comes out on top as it fades out. Rene aggresses as well. allStars, they capitalize on the numbers advantage, and they continue. Iceman, how do you draw things back? Pressured from multiple directions. Misses out on a shot. SXC delivers. And it's all down to Smiley once.
allStars still trying to have a grip on this game, and the thing is, the bare minimum that you need to get on the T side to make it a relatively comfortable half is 5 to 6 rounds. So allStars have already...
And of course, the economy on either side isn't set in stone, but with 100 ping God starting things off strong on the first, on the allStars Gaming, down in numbers still. Not able to recover back from it. Spots out an AK pistol. Oh, a pixel. And FNK falls as well. That's a lot of information. Had all the answers. Sorrow not looking the right direction, but Duke for sure salvages. 40 seconds. Bomb dropped down in apartments as Winter is challenged. Missed out on the shot, surprisingly. White is there.
Green gun. Lots of pressure on him to make sure that he can get those early kills. First shot missed. Tries to go for a second one, but now he'll be caught out by Duke for sure. Just too much time being wasted. Curtis are struggling to this degree on Mirage. Now they do have their hands... Uh-oh. I think I spoke too soon, because Iceman, he's been taken out of the server. Smiley wants to quickly retaliate, but in the meantime, mid is being taken control of by SXC. Sound pushing straight into CT. allStars with the advantage. Can they capitalize? Not quite, but the flashbang is good enough to take Sorrow out of commission. Now it's Winter and Smiley.
Tough. Well, now they can't. Sound. 90-degree turn to the left.
The mid player on over to CT. And this is where only one player is playing close contact. Smiley should be playing that aggressive, considering the fact that they've managed to get a kill. But now this little bait and switch setup, this is what's going to work out. What a shot there. And while they're focused on the AWP player, he can manage to swing out and get some more. 2 versus 3.
That space created by FNK now. Iceman now delivers it right back up. White. How does he approach? Quick to the trigger. 9 seconds, he's got the plant, but does he expect apartments? He does not. Duke Vishora deals with him nicely, as well as ramps Smiley into the smoke, but it's Iceman to aggress forward. Smiley connects the first one. Iceman unable to do so. SXC and Rene quickly to find their shot. They might not be able to provide it for long, as 100 ping gods do approach. Duke Vishora puts his bullet straight into FNK's chest, and now the numbers are equalized. Time is ticking. Well, they've got utility of their own. Can they get them out of place? SXC aggressors, and that was unprecedented. Sorrow trades, Winter swings, and it's all down to Sound. Peeks out from Palace, 1 for 1, and there comes a defuse. 100 ping gods, they hold.
Heading straight out of Palace, the Cavalry wants to move in, and the Cavalry's dangerous. 3 players remaining on the CT side. Make that 2 allstars. They get it done the old-fashioned way. No utility, just some good old guns and elbow grease.
Quick and decisive, that's how you like it, allstars. Ooh, okay. All of a sudden, it might be getting more complicated than that. Sorrow, Nate? Could it be the closer? No, falls short. It's injury, though. Can you put it in the right position? Smoke out towards Palace, selecting where he wants to push out first. And there you have it, 8-7. allStars Gaming. I've had X in front and used secondary words like X Kinky and X Unicorn and stuff like that. Just call me X at some point, you know? Maybe I'll just be X. That's the name. Pistol round coming out, though, and allStars Gaming look to be ahead. Bomb does go down for the Kazakhstani squad. Some jumping shenanigans going on in that location, but SXC challenged. It's a cleanup from 100 PG. Sorrow left all by himself, has to deal with 2. It's a wall bang from Sound, and the defuse will come in, giving the... You know, it just started off very... I was just scrambling to find a name, you know? The first ever account I made was on League of Legends. FNK sticks around. Winter as well on close proximity. Ooh, he goes for the peek, but Winter's there, retrieves it. This puts 100 Pingots further in the lead. White, he's got a big goblin by his side, and he stops to push in his tracks. Needs to be careful. jocuri spotted. Goes for the swing. It's a leg shot. Draws out the pistol. Can he finish it up? No! The shots do go wide. Rene, no way he wins it. No way. 2 players towards market. Does he touch it? He does. Doesn't stick it. Peeks out. Different location. What a flick. Touch again. Time is depleting. Oh, delivers. It's all down to Winter. Touch again. The time is up. Molly.
Yeah, no way he gets anything done out of this now. Just wants to take Winter to the grave with him, but even that's not going to be allowed. I didn't immediately break because I was worried that I would hit the car behind me, but...
Talk about flashing.
Because,
They're going to go right into the site already, pushing in. Sorrow lines it up. Iceman as well. It's a quick trade heading into the A site. But 3 players from the 100 PG side are so dreadfully low. Pistol drawn out by Rene, but still not successful to close things out. White comes in for an attack.
And that's exactly what they're looking to do. They want to isolate this duel early on. Headshot connected. Still trying to be a bit of a menace. But now Smiley will finally chime in, gets the first shot, and SXC, he's also just good, one. But he's unscoped. He's unscoped. That was the advantage he had.
And it's gone. It's left him.
It only happened for a little bit at the start of this first, at the start of Mirage, because they were able to get a 4-round streak. But once again,
towards apartments, and having jocuri in ladder room there, this could be really advantageous. 2 players hiding in this position.
Did he spot the second one?
Not quite sure about that, but he's looking at the ground right now, so I'm hoping there's no connectivity issue. White holding out, Smiley and jocuri went out on their trades. 2-on-2 again. Not only is it back and forth in the rounds, it's back and forth during the round. FNK? They don't know. Goes for the plants, and he interrupts. 29 seconds, and it's under pressure. Smiley, how does he play around this? AWP, not the best weapon to clutch things up with, but he finds one. Touch.
Oh,
he goes for the full expenditure, and Sound retrieves it. allStars Gaming and there's 2 of them set up in the arsenal of allStars Gaming. jocuri, peekaboo, the only rifle at play, already puts a dent into Rene. When does he line up a shot? Knows where one is, misses out.
Oh no, that's too much.
Dear. SXC coming in from behind. Could have been a closer. Rene chimes in as well, but Iceman, he can hold down the bomb. He cannot let the defuse to follow through. And there you have it. Smiley comes out of the shadows. Iceman looks to join the party. 100.
Don't think he'll get as much of an opportunity this time. Does connect a shot. Can he do some more? Sorrow takes care of SXC. I love that little shot from White. The no-scope and the follow-up as well. Iceman, now he's going to have to do a lot more, but Sound has already put him in the grave. jocuri, last man remaining. Information spotted. AK-47 recovered, but Duke for sure doesn't care. Can he isolate these duels? AK and USB switches over to the rifle, and now he needs to find two. Molotov to clear out default. He's going to get a chance at a duel, but it's not going to be enough. Even if they don't end up winning out, even if these are just two close maps. They want to take it to that third mapper, and White wants to be the one to lead the charge. Though it could potentially be juicy, but they will move out of place. Sound takes advantage of the smoke fading and brings it down to only 3. Duke Fishura misses out on catching the AUG player off guard. 3v4s is still doable, but the setup is way too good for the CT side.
Moving in towards Catwalk. No, apologies. Well, both Catwalks and lower. But it's FNK to hold his ground. To be fair, I'm quite confused on how this game
is the only man remaining, or the only man that is meant to defend the A bomb site, but before it really turns into too much of a contest, FNK will be taking one out. Sound gets a second chance at a borrowed life and can make himself useful. 3 versus 4. The AK from Duke Fishura doesn't get a chance to be put to good use. Sorrow, he's got armor, he's got an opportunity, but this is way too much even for him.
Oh, Smiley, excuse me. Oh, anticlimactic way to die. Let's
that's
be honest.
all they need. They just need to get this one round underway, and White will start it off nicely. Gets the first shot. Doesn't even get pursued. This is all but done for 100 PG if they lose another player, which they will. Like I said, the second AWP is simply...
They need the legendary play to get back into this game. Boost out. That's a kill. More palatable for sure. Under 1 minute remaining. Palace, smoke out, flash away, goes into the dark, gets checked, but he wins out on the trade. Smiley delivers on his end. 10 seconds. SXC and Sound too quick. Everything is onto Iceman, but he's not succeeding. allStars Gaming. Monsters though heading into it. Here come the flashes, and now comes the trickle. Winter peeks out. Nice little dink. Smiley chimes in as well. 100 Pigods want to start things off strongly. Sorrow as well. Good cooperation there. Not dropping a single player. Good with juggling the tempo as well. And allStars need to focus on one direction at the same time, but they can't do just that. It's one shut down from White. 10 points of health. 1 bullet should do it, and that's exactly what happens. It's a good lineup for 100 PG. Smoke out, but they're going to walk right past it. Spray down. White succeeds. Smoke as well as the CT. Iceman has to fall. And there you have it. B-site contact has been found. And all of a sudden, it is 100 PG at a disadvantage. Bomb to go down. SXC falls. But Sound. Ooh, good stuff. Finds one. Sora does retrieve it in the end. It's a trade. Smiley now needs to deal with Rene. They know exactly where he is. 2-1-2. The CT should have it, but Rene holds his ground. Ooh, good transfer onto Sorrow. He wins the 1v2. And also...
But I mean, this is a tale as old as time at this point, because allStars have been doing this all across map number 1 and 2. Just keep bringing it down to the position where it's very close, back and forth rounds, and once again, it's what's unfolding. 100 ping gods.
Oh, Winter.
Oh, Winter. Oh, I think if he went for a trigger discipline play,
Does he
would
know?
have been able to come away with a lot more. Duke Fishura, he's going to do something similar, come straight out of library.
A lot of cobbies, nooks and crannies, and that's exactly what 100 ping gods have been popping out from left and right so far. And they have surprised allStars game is substantially now. Shoot for Shora on the brink of closing things out here, but no, quickly traded. It's all down to Iceman. FNK shows his mark. Can't quite juggle the movement. 2-1-2 allStars game.
Just yet. Still, Tara's going to have 1 foot out the door, getting ready for the rotate, but it's not like they even need it, because Iceman and Duke...
Approaching 100 ping gods with a chance to equalize again. Peekaboo. Ooh, doesn't get any kills, but Sorrow knows. The call out should be palatable. Ooh, but Iceman's making it tough. Swings out. Sound does put a bullet through his chest, but
it's fair as possible, but not going to be too close to close for Sound, because he's going to be wiped out with no contest. Tech 9 unsuccessful as it comes out the apartments.
100 ping gods. They want to staple themselves in the lead. The odds were in their favor according to Parry Match at the start of the game, and I think in this round in particular, that might just be the case. This is a really important round as well, considering that both ends of the spectrum are on the cusp of recession. Doesn't wrap around, but allStars now find their way on site. From a 2 versus 4 to a for sure. Can he bring it back for his own team? Iceman has wrapped it up from behind as well. SXE, all by himself, sprayed onto the first and now can turn his attention towards Iceman, who hasn't quite shown his presence, but for some reason, SXE knows. Oh, from above, it's an alternative angle. He got too close for
Don't get
comfort.
a chance just yet because they peek out with a flashbang. Other than that, 100 PG, they want to get a bit aggressive themselves. Smiley aggressing on.
Attempt the approach, little by little. SXE delivers. Streak for sure swings, but is stopped in his tracks. The bomb will go
contribute to an additional buy up. Winter can buy up. Duke for sure. This fashion, Iceman spraying away wildly. It's Winter being knocked out of position. Gets the first headshot. How quickly do they check the player on site? SXE and Ren will be tag teaming up to get one apiece. Smiley though with an AWP and a Tech 9. He's only got a dream to make it work. Third to the tally. Can he deliver?
What a swing by Rennie. He did
Very important crossfire that's been set up, but allStars, they are looking to aggress. The flashes, the smokes, everything's ready. Winter needs to navigate around the madness. FNK catches the first one. Not quite. Sorrow still alive to tell the tale, and he gets a bit of change of damage done. White and Sound now quite low on HP. One of them being taken away by Winter. It's the last man remaining, Sound, who needs to find 3. Winter can be a menace even with 1 point of health. Sound, he needs to pull the trigger, and he needs to be very accurate, but he won't be. Duke for sure kicks the round away. White. Oh no, that's unfortunate. In the back of the head. They needed him alive because look at the HP on the other players. It's White and Sound so low, but White's already been put in the graveyard. Duke for sure gets a bit of a telegraph from FNK, like, hello, I'm about to pop in from apartments. At allStars though. Duke for sure, I think he gets punished for this type of aggression. No way they allow him to get out unscathed. Flashbang is perfect, flash. Even goes for a second one, and he is flashbang. Narrowly avoids death. Oh, never mind. White will chase him down with a MAC-10. And Iceman is playing it very close, playing the oldest trick in the book, just play right around the smoke, and it works out. Sorrow lines it up. 100 ping goes on in Banana.
That is greedy.
Mm-hmm.
But it works out.
This is too much from allStars. They have everybody here on mid. No chance that 100 ping gods can get out of this checkmate. It's just too powerful of a position. You have control of mid. You've got second mid. You're on the flank in Banana. No chance whatsoever. Unless
who may have the upper hand in this series because there's only 1 half remaining in it unless there's overtimes. Of course, Smiley, AWPG for sure as well. 100 ping gods. They may have lost the first 3 rounds of the half, but they're looking to come here banging. Injury blocking their entry, but I do not care. FNK spray down. Mistake from Iceman will be costly. Oh, now they Winter, fingering. Press mouse 1, press W, keep it going. You thought 100 ping gods had that even makes sense. I think everybody understands what I'm talking about if you watch this entire series. Sorrow may give his team an extra shot. No way, Sorrow sees FNK. Coming in from behind, audio cue, and there goes Rene. Swings out.
allStars Gaming don't really have any commitment on mid. They now have no information. But rushing down Banana is exactly what the doctor ordered. But Sound actually ends up getting punished through the smoke. It's Winter to rush up Banana. Once again, another tug. Another
SXE.
Tug of war. Okay, SXE, you had a bit more of an opportunity there, but he still comes out on top. Boost is successful. Iceman responds. 2 versus 2, and Smiley's gonna have to go big. First shot connected. White, AWP in hand.
Oh dear. How does he approach from here? Closes up the gap, legged up. Iceman closes it off. 100 ping gods do carry on. Do they move on with that momentum? So it's like Rene needs a piece of that pie himself. Catches 2 players napping, maybe a third. Iceman delivers. How does it work on from here? FNK. When allStars have lesser weaponry, they manage to pull it off. Winter still keeping things going. Seems like. Winter on site, 1 low, 1 bullet required. Okay, doable. White though, headshot. 1-on-1. Now Sound. Can he find that 1 deek? He might be walking right in front of him. No way. No way. It's gifted to him in a silver platter.
Have to deal with 4 players from the all-star side. Iceman. Oh man, that's a very important kill, but he immediately gets disposed of. A 2-for-2 trade, but it's still very favorable for the all-star side. Op being pushed out of position. Winter flicks over, and he makes it look so easy as he mows through the defenses of all-stars. I'm not sure how they get caught off guard there, but they do, Pavlos.
They do indeed. All-stars now. Can they turn it back? It's all on the shoulders of FNK. He has to deal with 3. It's difficult, and it won't be feasible. Sora shut him down. It's about...
Look at all-stars, man. With barely any weaponry, they still want to make it work. Sound on that op.
Are they going to walk into it again? He's the only man with the rifle. He's been mollied out. He's taking a lot of damage, and he has to fall to it in the end. He was flashed out, so he didn't realize it. SXC with a boost is able to do some damage, but is it good enough? They're locked out of the sight without any weapons. These deagle shots need to be clean. Bomb plant interrupted. Oh. That hurts my feelings. But Rene!
What?
He's making it up for it. Smiley. AK retrieved by Rene. 1v1 standoff on the headshot does connect.
Not again.
Oh, it's a top.
The entire game, it's got to be back and forth, right? There's no way either team can end it early, and that's exactly what's happening right now. 100 PG, 2 kills on the bag. Either side they hit, it's going to be way too easy. Sorrow doesn't quite end it too early, but Sound won't be living for too much longer.
They're gonna really struggle to hold on.
I've never seen anything this close. The fact that it remains close to the point where even anti-ecos are being won.
Lingering on approach. They will make their break. White falls, and that's the big gun of green gone. Slow into the site again as they walk into place. SXC's got his crosshair ready, greeted by 2. There goes 1. Do they retrieve a weapon? Might be out of reach. Approaching from the short alleyway. Winter, though, starts to put bullets through them. SXC does do damage. Rene from the backside. 1-on-2. Still
doable. all-stars to take this. Rene, now his position being given up. Please, the duel becomes a bit easier, but that's almost a lineup. Not quite.
Are they really going to go for this contact play? Seems like all-stars have a lineup going. Joke for sure finds in the first blood. Sora as well. They line it up. They're going to go for map point right now. Match point as well. Get position.
The thing is that 100 ping gods, they have nothing to worry about. They can still have... Oh, for a second there, I thought that it was a CT that got the kill, but with Smiley taking care of White and SXC down mid, 100 ping gods, they are speeding their way to victory. Smiley doesn't care anymore. He's done with the shenanigans. He wants to go home, but he's still going to have one more game ahead of him.
This could be it. Winter holding it out. Duke for sure, able to catch one. Of God, no! FNK and Reddit bring it right back around. FNK, can he close it out? 3 players remaining. Oh, he's still in it. How did Niceman get the kill there? Looks behind. Smiley, 1 bullet required, and it puts it right between his heart and his liver.